All right, so welcome everybody. Yeah. So where we left off the other time was, I think, let's check. So the last time we ended at updating documents, right? That was in response to this question. Yeah, yeah. So this one. So we were able to complete the first one, the second one, the third one, the fifth one, and then the sixth one. We didn't do bulk pricing. Yeah, we didn't do bulk pricing. So the seventh one. So basically we did 4, 6, and then 8, 9, 10. Yeah. And after we are done with 10, right? I'll pause for a while. I won't go through this one. Yeah, I'll do this one in another video, a follow-up video. But I'll be doing 10, and then we'll also be doing 13. Yeah. So the postman situation, when I do the postman situation, I also do the 12 and then the 14 as well. The rest you can do it on your own, I suppose. Yeah. So continue with aggregation, right? Yeah. So what is aggregation, right? So aggregation is just like maybe taking some kind of data that you have, right, and then streamlining it here to get a certain output that you want. So and I take something just like pipeline. So I can take something, pass it through something, and then I'll get like I'm processing data, so I'll get an output that I prefer. So our database that we're using was AeroMart. Is it? And we have only one document, right? Sorry, only one collection, which is a product collection, right? So I'm going to open the shell over here, and I'll switch into my AeroMart. So we use AeroMart. Now AeroMart, sorry. Collections. Yeah, I will the product collection. Right? So with aggregation, right? Like I said, model 2. Yeah, so this model 2. Alright. So when you talk about aggregation, I've already explained that here. So when you want to aggregate data on a particular collection, right? Sorry, yeah, a particular collection. What you do is so I'll paste this over here. So to aggregate something right here, you type as usual DB first, followed by the name of the collection I want to aggregate one, and then aggregate. Yeah. So aggregate also takes a list, right? And in aggregation, since I said it's like passing something through something to get an output that you want, we are taking our data that's inside the product, right? And then we'll pass it through stages. So over here I have only one stage. Yeah. Over here I have only one stage. So the first stage is that I want to group my data, right? So I'll group them according to what criteria. So I'll group them according to the category criteria. Yeah. Since I have a column that says category, let me show you that. So db dot product dot find, right? And you can see I have a category column over here. Yeah. So since I have that one, I want to group my data according to that. And when I group it, what I want to do in the second stage, right? And the thing that I want to do is that I want to find the sum, right? Yeah. So inside my data, you can see I have a column named stock. Yeah. So I want to find the sum of each individual of this one product, right? So each individual product category. So it's a take grains and look for products that have grains, okay, to sum them together, which I have 50 stocks. Yeah. So if this one were to be grains, is I've added this one plus this one, with a output. So when I run this command, I see grains 50, bakery 50. I think our database already has 2 items in them, 2 documents in them. Yeah. So we won't see much of what I'm trying to say because we have only 2 this one. So it took the bakery category and looked for all the data that have category of bakery and added them. Since there was no other, the total stock was 150. And say the same for the category grains as well. Then it came. So since you are grouping according to that, you can see the ID that is here was grains. So grains, there's a 50 of there's a total of 50 grains, and then there's a total of 150 for bakery products. Yeah. So that's aggregation. And the next thing would be, I think, bulk pricing. Yeah. So when you say bulk pricing, it's actually like doing multiple things at the same time. Yeah. So there you see we have insert many, delete many, insert one, delete one. Yeah, that's an example of bulk pricing. That's bulk pricing is simplest for. Yeah. So I can insert many. I think we did that the other time. So I'll just come from this side. Yeah. So if I'm inserting a lot of records, right? Yeah. I use the insert menu as usual. Click over here. And you already have this. I explained this the other time, so I won't go much into it. So this is an example of bulk pricing. Now I have new data inside it. So to see the data that I've created inside, I'll type db.product.find, right? And then I'm finding everything. So yes, it's fine. You can see everything has been played inside. You're able to go. Alright, so that's for bulk pricing. And the other bulk pricing, right? Yeah. That's a much complex form of bulk pricing. With that, you can do multiple things at the same time. Yeah. So you can delete, you can update, you can do whatever you want. So it's like writing a script that does multiple things at the same time. Yeah. So an automation script. That's how bulk pricing is like. So this script over here, right? Beginning from here, db does product was bulk price, right? Use bulk price over here for this one. Now, as usual, you have to begin with your square brackets for since you're doing multiple things at the same time. To be taking individual this one task. So that will be taken as a list here. So the first thing I want to do is that I want to insert one record, right? Yeah. So this up to here. So this is the first item in the list. So this is my list. The square bracket indicates my list. And this is the first item. So this is index 1. This is the first item. All this, one I've highlighted, followed by all this, which is item 2, and all this, which is item 3. Yeah, I've highlighted it to make it much simpler. So the first thing I want to do is that I want to insert one record, and that record is mere document, right? So this will be the details. This will match the columns of how I'm seeing columns here. This is how relational database. So this will match the individual fields inside our database. So this is it for this one. And at the same time, I'll perform an update. You can see over here I'm inserting data over here and updating something. So the second task I want to do is to update something. And I want to update something which has an ID of P001, right? Yeah, just like a web plus to filter and this. And then what I want to update is I want the stock to change to 50. Yeah, so I want to increase the stock by 50. So this increments where we did this one, I don't think we did increments, but it's just like the complex operators we used the other time. That's why you can see the dollar sign over there. And you know why there's this other brackets over here. That's what most complex operators. We also perform addition over here. We're deleting something that's not of just like that. So I'm going to run this one. Yeah. Alright, after this we provided in the description for you to download. So I think we are done with aggregation and bulk pricing for now. We did collections and this, but over here we create another collection as well. So I think that also covered. So we are going to create a suppliers collection, right? Yes. So db dot create collection suppliers. Yep. Okay, it's done. Right, so db, I want to see if it's show collections, and then I have another collection created. Alright, so we are done with that. We are going to insert some random data into it. It shouldn't be this way. If you're working on an actual project, put in valid data. If you are working on a project that maybe are going for marks or something, then look for like you can use AI to generate thousands of dummy data and then insert it into it. So over here, there's a dummy data set. I will use super how they log to be good for demonstrations. Yeah. So I'm done with that one, and now we are moving to indexing, right? So when we talk about indexing, right, the concept of indexing is just like indexing. It's just like creating something, right, to aid you in searching. So creating an index is just like having the index at the back of it. So when you take a book, right, normally not this our handouts and other stuff, but when you take those big books, science books and those kind of stuff, at the back you see something like index, and the index they are good alphabets. Yeah, so you can look for a word right inside your book. How will you find it? You have to go through the whole book to find out. Because of the index, you just go to where if the letter starts from C, like category, you go through the C side and you see category, and then you see the page that contains the word category by it. And then you just go to that page. That's how this one works. So with index in database, what does that? It creates a particular data structure, right? Yeah, and that data structure has a certain amount of storage, right? I think each database has its own storage capacity for this one. An index, right? So it's something like a block. Yeah. So that does contain a certain number of documents. So if it's so db.spreader.space, even space index, there's a command for designing db.spreader.space index. There's a lot of indexes, right? Yeah, types of index. So this one for creating an index, right? So you're creating an index for the category field. You don't create indexes for every field that you have in your database. It's to make your database so you only create indexes for fields that you know that there's a possibility that I'll be mostly querying based on this field. So maybe I'm missing something like talking relational databases. I'll see something like select all from products where categories goes next. So I know that I'll normally be using this condition like where category. So I know I'll be using this a lot. So I'll create an index for this so that will be much faster. Yeah. So this one for the index. There's also another one that I can create for multiple fields right at the same time. It's just the same thing over here, category and then price. Yeah. So I've done it for 2 fields. And you can see over here there's another one. And I know most of you have seen this around here. So this one is for creating this for text search, right? So if you're creating an index on a field, like maybe a name field, you as there's a possibility that you're looking for names of people over here. So I create a text search over here. This is how to create a text search. This I know most of you have seen from lectures and other stuff. Yeah, so we'll be using this one first to see how it works. Once you type, yes, copy. So let me put this section like this. Yep. Oh, so let me paste it over here. Give me the spreader and create index. You specify the field that you're creating the index on and put a 1 over here. Yes, now you know I've created the index. We can only see the indexes that I've created. Let's type indexes inside your for a particular collection. Db does the name of the collection. So that's get next different products. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So I missed this one. So db there. Now you see I have an index over here, and I created for the category field. Yeah. So I'm also going to create a text search index. Yeah. So the text search index, like I've already explained, is for when you search something based on the text. So you want to find anything from a person, I can use that one. Yeah. So control plus V, and we specify this text over here. This thing should always be there to show that it's a text search. Then back, and I have 2 indexes, category category, and then this one. Alright, sure. So continuing from there, I think we've covered Kaiser infection, sorry, indexing, collections, work rights, and aggregation. Now we're going to Kaiser infection. Yeah, so when you are programming, right, yeah, there's something we call Kaiser when you're dealing with databases. And you can actually do it away. Right now, my records, they're not that much, so I'm going to see it inside MongoDB. Where when you request for data from MongoDB, right? Yeah, it's once if you have thousands of records, it's only bring everything at once to break it down. And then you use the command I call IT to iterate to bring the next record. But you see, they says there's no Kaiser because I've requested over 30, 50 or something. So, yeah. So when it brings 20. Yeah, and if I type IT to bring the next 20, that I type another IT I present to bring the next 20. That the default one. You can also change that as well. That the default. So, over here, right? I'm going to since this one was built upon JavaScript, I use this over here. So I'm going to create a variable that's called Kaiser, right? Yeah, and that Kaiser will be storing this query diagram. This is a normal query. Give me those that's fine. I'll show you understand that since we did this in the first one. Yeah, and finding things that has query diagram and to store it inside this variable. So when I run this, right, I've created this variable. So what I want to do is that I want to find whatever is inside this variable. Yeah. So that's I'm in the for each looping JavaScript, right? So I run this, checking what the variable does for each, right? And then this another function. So I want to imagine this is JavaScript code. This is another function. Then I run this and I can see I have X to be so since I want the name and the price for each item inside the here. I have the name and then the price. The name and then the price. Yeah. So let's give this side. We'll do this one later. Alright, so now looking back at our documents, I think we've done aggregation sorting. Yeah, we did that one in the last video. So bulk rights and collections, indexing, Kaiser infection, and then connecting. We haven't done connecting to MongoDB. So the connecting to MongoDB, right? Most people will choose to go with JavaScript. Yeah, that's what many people go with. But I'm not a JavaScript developer, so I won't be doing that over a Python developer. So alright, because I choose Java as well, or any other programming language that you want. But Python will be much simpler. So what you'll be doing, right, is that you go into any text editor of your choice. Yeah, mine is VS Code, right? And I'll start a terminal. I'm just going to test it out. I'm not going to create a real application. But for a demonstration of your project, I'll advise that you create a full program. There are many ways of creating an application, right? Yeah, so we can create a full program that does all this. But I'll just be demonstrating the terminal. So if you want to use Python to create an application, that will also be performing this. And if you do the application, it means you also be taking care of this side. Yeah, and no, not this one, this side. Because when you create an application, you make a request to the database. And in Python, you can use Flask to create those kind of applications, and then you handle post requests, this requests with the routing functionality that is provides. So if you're using Python, I advise that you go with Flask. Yeah, Flask, FLASK. It's much better. And the after deployment and then the post ratio will come in the next video. That is only if I upload it. It's not guaranteed to this because I have that's my piece as well. So let's see. Using Python, right? Yeah, like I said, start a new tab, start a terminal. You must have Python installed and you use a Python package manager, which is pip, right? I want to install a library that's for communicating between Python and MongoDB. So pip install Mongo. That's the name of the library, right? I already have mine installed, so nothing will happen already. Yeah. So you can see requirements already satisfied. And I'm going to create an object of the Mongo client, right? So client, but first you have to go into Python. So yeah, and import. You can either use this one from PyMongo import Mongo client, or you can import PyMongo and then specify PyMongo.mongo client when you're working. So I normally like to go with this shortcut from PyMongo Mongo import Mongo client. Yeah, no error, which means I have it installed. I'll get a variable, and then that variable will be an object for the Mongo client. So Mongo client, right? Then I'll put the URL to my database. So when you deploy to Atlas, right? This one can be the URL to your database. So it'll give you a connection string and then you copy it from Atlas and can paste it away. But since we are hosting it on the local host, we'll be using our local host server. So MongoDB, and you type the address of the web server, it's local host, and the default port that's MongoDB, which is 27017. So I run this, and that's all, no errors, which means it's working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to specify the database that I want to connect to inside this database. So if I connect to this database, if I connect to this which database do I want to connect to? And like we said, our database is called AeroMart. So DB, I'll get a variable, I can name it anything. Client, the client of the data I created, and which database I want. So my database is called AeroMart. Yeah. Sorry. Feel like I was still in this one, Mongo shell. Yeah, but this one. Sorry. So I've done that, and then inside that database, right, I want to create a variable that will contain the collection I want to interact with. So I want to interact with the products collection. So inside that DB variable that I created, and I'll specify the number collection products. Yep. And I'll create this. Most of you are Python developers, so I'll be explaining this on this one. And the second side, this side, it's actually the same thing that we did over here. DB does fine, DB does products does fine. Just that this time the products over here is referencing this one here. So DB does product does find, I'll specify as usual, and find things that have a category of direct. So, so yeah, I run this. If you do not bring the column I brought over there and then you run this, it won't work. Yeah, it's going to continue for you to enter the rest of the for loop statements over there. So kindly take note. Those are all common errors that people make. Then I'm not going to explain that short code, but what you want to be returned is that inside the products collection, right? Inside the products collection, it will look for the column name and price that is returned, and for each document that is found. Yeah. So if you are going to run this command, you will get the documents that are actually inside our database, right? Inside our products collection. So when that document is returned, it will go through that and then look for each one, their name and then their price that is returned. So when I run this, it should, sorry, name mistake. Come on to my and then run this. Product is not defined. So you can see over here, the name of the variable was products, not products. I made a mistake over in place products. So I'll go and change it. The name products and the name products. Oh, I typed products. Oh, so where is it? So I named my variable products. That was my mistake. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to rename the variable again. So product, product here. Product is equal to db and the name of the collection. Now I'm about my loop. Alright, let's present it 2 times to quit, and you can see I've returned things that have a category of diary, X, butter, and their price as well. Yep. Yeah. Their price and their items. So I think that was it for this video. Thank you for your time. See you in the next one.